Hi and welcome to Tremor Trails. If you're brand new here, welcome. My name is TJ. For everybody else that's been around for a minute, hope you guys are doing well. We are into our final day of a long trip out in the greater Moab area. Yesterday, we got beat up and we're pretty tired. So today, we're gonna take it pretty easy. We're in a location that I've driven by many times and heard a little bit of things about it, but have never explored it. And so today is gonna be that day. We're in the San Rafael Swell, which is just north of Moab and a little south of Green River, the actual town. Essentially, this whole section is where the Green River funnels all the way down south into Moab and the Canyonlands National Park and combines and joins up with the Colorado River. So we'll see what the day holds, but I'm pretty excited about it. It should be pretty low-key overlanding wheeling today. I don't think any of the obstacles are extreme. A lot of it is graded, but there's a lot of cool historical stuff out here that we're hoping to find. Here's the overview, and then we will jump up on the trail.
All right, Lower San Rafael Swell, located just outside of Green River, Utah. The trail we did today was 92.7 miles, and it took us 6.5 hours to get it done. What can we expect out there? Really, the main road is just a graded sand and rock dirt road, super easy. However, the offshoots have slick rock, soft sand, they have rock gardens, they have off-camber spots. You can really find a bunch of cool wheeling off of the main road. The modes I used were across the board, 4 auto, 4 high, and 4 low rock crawl. Alright, highlights. There are too many out here. We don't even get to all of them in this video. You have Crystal Geyser at the beginning. You have Fossil Point, which is where a bunch of dinosaur bones are. You have 3 canyons, Overlook and Lookout Point. Both of those are horseshoe bends over the Green River. Very epic. We do catch a couple of those. You have Horseshoe Canyon, which is the best petroglyphs left in the world. You have Sweetwater Reef, which is really cool. We get to that as well. And just so many other things. Book Cliff Mountains. It just goes on and on and on. You cannot do all of this in a day, but we tried. Please remember that our cameras have stabilizers on them. The hills are not going to appear steep and the bumps are not going to be as rough. Also remember to review this and every trail at the end of every video. All right, let's get up on this trail and go see what it's about. So what we're looking at right here is Fossil Point. Fossil Point is known to be a large collection of dinosaur bones. There are all kinds of fossils all around this outcrop. And you could spend a day here going through and looking for all the different fossils. There was people there when we got there. I'm not a huge rock hound, but I wanted to show this to you guys because if you want to climb up to the top of that bluff, apparently you can see all kinds of dinosaur bones, which are really cool. If your kids are into dinosaur bones, this may be a cool spot to camp for the night. You could spend several hours up here just hunting around for dinosaur bones. Also at the beginning you saw that we did the Crystal Geyser Overlook. Really from this side of the river it was very unimpressive, but there is a road that takes you Moab side that's a pretty good technical moderate road that we may address in the future and maybe we'll get out there. It is a cool story about Crystal Geyser though that was actually man-made on accident and it goes off about every 12 hours or so. We know we got a lot of miles to cover so we're going to head on down the road. We got probably about 25 to 30 miles to get to this next spot that I found that I can't wait to show you guys. Definitely worth it.
right, so it's been a couple hours since we left you guys last. This has been a really beautiful drive. Essentially, we are on the Lower San Rafael Swell road. And this road is well maintained, and then there's all these different offshoots. And we did a couple of them and kind of checked out a couple different things, but nothing really to report on. However, I've been marking left and right all kinds of great camp spots. Where we are right now, I just found this. It wasn't marked on my map. I saw that this road kind of took off, and we followed it down this wash over to this point, and we ended up right here. The Green River doing a horseshoe right here, and there is camping right there. This is all BLM land. Beautiful stuff out here. It seems like the further south we get, obviously closer to Moab and Canyonlands, the more that you start to see really cool stuff. This trail is extremely low pace except when you get off to the offshoots. So far, I'm actually having a pretty good time.
One of the things I love about overlanding is that you're always kind of in history, and this place is no different. This is actually the beginning of a place called the Labyrinth that the famous John Wesley Powell actually started tracing, mapping out, talking about in his journal. If you're not familiar with John Wesley Powell, he was an American geologist. He lost his arm in the Civil War. He was pretty much the first expedition to come through and map out the Green River and the Colorado River. The expedition itself was crazy, and if you ever read the journals or read the history about it, it was quite an ordeal. And standing here on these bluffs looking at the Green River, you just can't help but kind of put yourself back there and what it must have been like in 1836 to go explore this vast wilderness.
All right, guys, so it's been about an hour and a half since we last saw you over at the Horseshoe of the Green River. We are now about 60 miles total down this trail, and we are at Canyons National Park. This is a itty-bitty plot of land that the National Park Service actually owns, and it is completely disconnected from the Canyonlands itself. 8 miles down this trail is some of the best preserved and world-renowned rock art that exists on the planet. Obviously, we're not prepared to go do that kind of hike. The hike, they said, takes about 6 hours round trip. It would be dark by then, and we ain't got enough water. We're out here kind of exploring the trail. But that's a great option if you are somebody that likes to hike, or you guys want to plan accordingly. You can come out here and see this rock art. From the pictures and everything that we've been reading at the little kiosk here, it looks really, really, really cool. Of course, we've been on that flat plain for, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes, not a whole lot to look at, and then all of a sudden you come over the top and it opens up to this. I don't know how it's showing up on camera. Unfortunately, I can't fly the drone because we are now in a national park, but it is beautiful. The trail's been surprising. It has these little offshoots everywhere, and we've taken a couple. where you just offshoot and then all of a sudden you are, you know, off-roading, you know, doing 2s, 3s, 4 kind of obstacles, which is really fun. And then you get to the end and it's like a viewpoint or something, then you rock crawl back and you get on the trail, and the trail is a dirt road. So it's been a really cool mix. Not only that, but the scenery continues to change as we go. All right, so we're definitely at the bottom or the southern end of the trail. From here, it looks like it starts heading off to the east and then back up to the north. So it looks like there might be a couple other cool offshoots to go check out. We're not sure. We're out here exploring, but it has been a beautiful and fun, relaxing day. So I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. Let's go see what else we can find. Once again, that was the Lower San Rafael Swell road. Man, it was really surprising. There was all kinds of stuff. The main road itself is literally just a nice graded out dirt road. And then you have all these different spurs. So all throughout the day, we have been taking different spurs and looking and seeing it, and looking and seeing different things. I think total travel time, looking at this, we did almost 6 hours today on this trail, stopping and looking at the different things and everything. Anyways, sorry, I'm a little sidetracked. I just found out like a couple minutes ago, the daughter is having a baby, which means I'm going to be a granddad. So I want to do this really fast and get on the road back to Texas. 1 through 5 being fun, fear, technical, and scenery. For fun, if you're looking for a low-key, peaceful, relaxing day, this is fun. And just seeing all the different terrain that we saw was really a blast as well. So for fun, I'm going to give it a 3.5. That leads us into fear. Not a fearful road at all. There is nothing fearful, period, about this road. However, if you go off onto the side chutes, there are a lot of things that could jump up and bite you, which is really cool because you kind of pick your poison. So for fear, it's literally going to get a 1, which leads us into technical. Like I just said, you can pick your poison. We did a couple little offshoots today that I would rate as a 4. There was a couple that were 3s. There was one that was a 2. So you can kind of gauge how you want to do it. What makes this place really cool is that you can always get back to the main road, chill out for a moment, be peaceful, and if you want to go off-roading, you can go to the next spur and start off-roading. Really a cool time. Technical, I'm just going to have to go off the main road, and it's going to be a 1. This is just a straight, nice graded dirt road. Like this would be a road, if I live close to it, I would like turn on my radio and just go drive for 100 miles, which leads us into scenery. So a lot of the beginning of the trail at the north end, and then kind of halfway through before we got to Canyonlands, there was a couple sections that were like, but for the majority of the day, and we're talking, you know, quite a long time out here, there was something to look at. There was some beautiful stuff. And on those offshoots is where you really started to get to experience what this whole area is about. So for scenery, I think I'm gonna give it a 4. I thought it was really, really beautiful. Couple things to note on this. We were really surprised by it. If you're an RVer, you could easily pull an RV out here. There was probably 1,000 different places you could camp. All of the places were really beautiful. There wasn't a whole lot of slacker campsites, which I really enjoyed. I marked several on my map. If you are just in a regular 2-wheel drive car, you're in a Sprinter, you want to try something different, kind of away from Moab, but you want to check out this area, I would highly recommend doing this trail. Even though it was easy, getting on those side chutes made for a fun day for me, and so that's why I would recommend getting out here and seeing what this is all about. All right, other than that, if you have any questions or comments, hit me up down below. I will do my best to answer it for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. We are hightailing it to Texas because we got a baby on the way. So until the next video, we will see you, and we hope to see you guys out here on the trails. Bye.